Hello and what is up, guys? My name is YGOPro from ScreenCasterz. I'm doing a guest upload on Team Samurai X1's channel. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Sam from Team Samurai for allowing me this amazing opportunity to do awesome guest upload for you guys. So, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is YGOPro. I'm from the lovely channel known as ScreenCasterz. It's amazing. I do a lot of duels, a lot of deck profiles, a lot of discussions, what every other YouTuber does, but slightly better or slightly worse, depending on what side of the fence you're standing on. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a guest upload. I'm going to do a deck profile of Lightsworn, a deck that's near and dear to my heart. So without further ado, let's get started. You guys saw it from the title of this video. I'm basically going to be doing a guest upload of Lightsworn. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, first things first. 3 JD. You need 3 Judgment Dragon. He's awesome. He's essentially the star of the deck. Since this is more of a pure breed, a pure build of Lightsworn, JD is basically going to be your win condition. You want to max out on, you always want to see him. Kind of self-explanatory, if I can be honest with you. 3 Raiden, and 3 Lumina. The only Lightsworns you want to play multiples of, because Lumina and Raiden basically facilitate all your plays. By themselves, they're good cards. Raiden, you can use the effect to mill 2 and then mill more. And end phase also level 4 tuner. What's not to like about him? Lumina, you can discard a card, fill up your graveyard with more names for JD, and then you could bring back a Lightsworn. So typically, the Lumina Raiden play is pretty good for Michael or Clearwing or stuff like that. I really do like these at 3. So that's the 3 ofs of the monsters. Pretty good, pretty good. For the 1 of Lightsworns, we do 1 Lila, 1 Felice, 1 Wolf, 1 Garroth, 1 Jane, 1 Aaron, 1 Minerva, and 1 Raiko. So basically with all these Lightsworns put together, we have a total of 10 names. 10 names for JD, and you only really need 4 different names in graveyard to basically bring them out. So what this basically means for you is that, since you have 10 different names of Lightsworn, you're basically going to have your graveyard already set up for JD by your first turn. So if you don't have a way to OTK them when you first have a chance to, you'll have a more than enough chances the second time. So yeah, these guys are pretty good 1-ofs. The only real reason you run them is because of their names. I prefer more names. A good ratio of Lightsworns will be 8 to 10 Lightsworns, different ones in your deck, so you'll always have a way to get JD. But yeah, they're basically good for basically in the graveyard, if I can be honest with you. Wolf and Felice are good for those sack plays. So yeah, that's it for the Lightsworn lineup. Pretty good. I say it's pretty standard. 2 Trick Clown, I don't really have much to say about him. If you mill him, he comes back, so since this is a primarily mill-focused deck, Trick Clown does his work, and he also combos really well with Gores, sort of. These guys are basically your battle stoppers. I prefer Gores over Electromagnetic Turtle. Gores, if you stop an OTK with him, he'll basically give you a chance to come back. Electromagnetic Turtle does not let you do that. Yes, it ends the battle phase, but that's basically what Gores does. 2,700. Plus a token is still pretty strong, even today. So yeah, Gores is pretty great. He's also a dark, so there's that. And Trick Clown's good for your rank 4 plays and, you know, synchroning up with Raiden. We do run the Tour Guide engine. I kind of like it. 1 Tour Guide, 1 Scarm, 1 Curry Bandit. Tour Guide first summons these guys from hand or deck. Scarm searches out these 2 from your deck during end phase. So that's pretty good. And Curry Bandit by himself, you open up a Curry Bandit and Gores, you're pretty much safe for a turn because you'll mill all your monsters, and you can add one of your spells that you basically milled with them because you don't run any traps. And then if you have Gores chilling in hand, you can basically stop any OTK that comes your way. So that's pretty great. Also, if you go into the Tour Guide route, Tour Guide into Scarm, Tat Scarm, because you can be making Dante, you'll mill 3 cards, you got a 2,500 booty, and it can be 25 to attacking. It's pretty great, I like it. For the tuners, we do, besides Raiden, we do 1 Jet Synchron and 1 Glow Up Bulb. We can try Plague Spur Zombie. Plague Spur Zombie would have some synergy because, you know, he's kind of a dark attribute, and these guys are earth, but, you know, they're pretty good. They have great overall effects. Glow Up Bulb, once per duel, you only need 1. It's mill a card, and he comes back. Good for extending your boards, making more plays. It's just awesome. Jet Synchron, if you have basically like 3 names in graveyard, you can discard whatever one chill in your hand to special summon them, then normal summon Lumina, bring back whatever you discarded. Jet Synchron has a lot of good plays, and it makes JD a lot more live. And yeah, these are both reoccurring tuners, so if they're in the graveyard, they're still useful to you, and good discard fodder. So there's that. We run a bunch of darks for Last of the Monster. We do 1 BLS. I gotta love the BLS. He's Sack Luster Soldier, Envoy of the Sackening. He's really great. You run a pretty decent amount of darks, and he's a good beater along with JD. One more thing I want to touch on is that if you are running the Hat Tricker, you can make the Cherry Beast with Hat Tricker and Glow Up Bowl, but realistically speaking, that's not going to happen much because Hat Tricker is like 1 or 2. So, you know, it could 1-for-1 the bulb out, but realistically, you're not going to be doing that often. But it's just something I want to point out in case you want to go the more clown-oriented route. For the spells, 2 recharge and 2 charge. Solar Recharge, I have a love-hate relationship with this card because every fucking time I don't have a Lightsworn with this card, I just want something to kill me. This card is awful when you draw into it and you can't use it. Also, if you mill it, it's bad, but if you can resolve this, it's just such a great feeling because he fills up your grave, draws 2 cards, just so freaking great. You can basically fill up your grave really quickly if you resolve multiples. So, drawing into a Solar Recharge and a Charge is like the best feeling in the world, because Charge, you just mill 3 for cost, add a Lightsworn. It's really good. It's your theme searcher, not what to say, but Solar Recharge does perfect at 2. Anything more clogs for me personally. And I read freaking 10 names, so I know what I'm talking about, right? The card I want to talk about today, Reasoning. I love this card. It extends your plays. A lot of people say, oh, what the hell, Reasoning in a Lightsworn deck? Oh my god, that's stupid. Just listen. Like, Reasoning's really good for extending your board. Because it doesn't matter if they call it right, because you already run so many different levels. Glow Bulb's 1, Jet Synchron's 1, Gorz is 7. Raiden's 4, Raikou 2, you know, Lumina's 3. You run so many things that are different levels, they won't be calling it right most of the time. And even if you do, everything in the deck basically has something to do in the graveyard. So, oh well, worst case scenario, you get your Curry Bandit or Tour Guide, but you can at least use them for synchro material because you reason them out. And this doesn't have a once per turn clause, you activate all of them. It's just, in general, a really good card, and I really do grow to like it in this deck. Just, if you guys don't like it, you can take it out for something like Twin Twisters, but, you know, just my personal preference. But just try it out. It's a really good thing to try out. Extend your board, give you free monsters, free summons, those they're not to like. 2 instant fusion, because Norden is a thing. You can bring back your Raiden to make an instant rank 8. You can bring back your Glow Bulb to make Chambara, what's there not to like. For the 1-0s, you do 1 Soul Charge, 1 Regeki, 1 Foolish Burial, and 1 Monsterine card. I want to touch up on this. Because a lot of people have been cutting Monsterine card from Lightsworns, and as long as you don't have that trap in the TCG, what is it, the one that has JD to hand or something like that, I feel like Monsterine card is necessary in the deck. Because if you're playing Lightsworn, almost every single game you're going to be milling JD. You just got to understand that. The way the deck is built, you're not always going to open up with them. Having this is actually really useful because you can discard your 4th Lightsworn, bring back your JD from grave, and then you can make them live. It's really good. It gets back when you don't want milled, like your BLS, you know, Tour Guide if you have another targeted deck. It's just a really good card. Since you're running a mill-based deck, it's kind of interesting to run this, and I highly recommend it, but you can definitely cut it for like a Lord Darkness or, you know, something like that. But yeah, that's it for the 1-0s, that's it for the main deck. I don't run any traps because traps slow the deck down, and Lightsworns want to go fast, like Sanic. Alright, so let's go with the extra deck. For rank 3s, you do 1 Levier, 1 Dante. They're basically for your Tour Guide targets. Levier is there to bring back your Jet Synchron or whatever you banish for BLS. Like you can banish Raiden for BLS, like a Gorz, Levier bring out the Raiden, you know, instant fusions, blah blah blah. It's a good, really good, thoughtful card. And Dante for your mills and for your Tour Guide. For the rank 4s, only do 2. 1 Dweller, 1 Castel for, you know, what's his name, Trick Clown and Norden if you have to. But, you know, Dweller's really good. He becomes pretty beefy with Norden. A decent first turn play if you really have to. But, you know, Castel's the best rank 4 in the game since we don't have Minerva and I haven't won a YCS in a while, right? Anyway, 1 Chambara, I choose him over Amades, and 1 Hyper Librarian. Chambara, basically, if you can get both his attacks in, he gains 200 for each attack he does. So basically, if you can resolve both Chambaras, you basically cut your opponent's life points by half and then some. So this guy could be an OTK by himself if you have more monsters, sort of. Anyway, TG Hyper Librarian is pretty good. You're going to be doing a lot of synchroing in this deck, and rank level 5 syncers are probably the easiest to make for you. So bringing out a Librarian first, and then doing your Lumina Raiden play, it's really good. Get you draws, get you to your, you know, playmaking cards like Reasoning and Instant Fusion for those draws and stuff. And just Soul Charge. Librarian's pretty good because you're always going to be synchroing up in this deck. 1 YUGIOH Guardian for Minerva and Lumina, or, you know, stuff like that. He's a pretty good beater. 1 Michael because Lumina Michael is pretty good. He's also themed Lightsworn, so if he goes to the graveyard, he counts as a name, so that's pretty good. And on the spot banishing is amazing, and he mills for you during end phase. What's there not to like? 1 Clearwing Synchro Dragon because you run a lot of high level monsters. You gotta run him. He's really good, protects them. Really useful. 1 Black Rose because you gotta clear the opponent's board. It's really great. Not much to say about it. You always want the board open so you can OTK your opponent at the ass. So, you know, Black Rose has its uses. 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Scarlight. Scarlight's pretty useful. You can make 8s pretty easy in this deck. And the fact that this guy does burn damage, as well as he can still attack and everybody else can attack, it makes him infinitely better than just a regular Hot Ray Dragon Archfiend. One Stardust, because you gotta protect your board, protect what you do. Typically I make him first and then go for the OTK, because Torrential Tribute is a thing. You can't be blown out of the water really easily in this deck, so that's why you run the Gores and Trick Clowns and stuff like that. One Omega, because I love my Oricas, and I don't have enough money to afford a normal one. Because he's the only thing that's not getting reprinted in Infinite Bling. But anyway, this guy's really good. Picks stuff from your opponent's hand, gives you free access to what they're playing. It's just really good. I like him. And he recycles your banished stuff from the BLS and stuff. One Trishula, because you can make them easily with the level 1 tuners and 2/4s. Pretty good. And last, extra deck, one Norden, because normally you're going to mill an instant fusion. You're only going to resolve one per duel because it's once per turn, if you're being realistically here. So I don't feel the need for one, but you can find room to put a second one. So yeah guys, that is the Lightsworn deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed my guest upload on Team Samurai X1's channel. Once again, I do want to thank Sam from Team Samurai for this awesome opportunity, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment down below what you guys think of the deck, whether I should add this or add that, or why I ran this at this many, or why I run that at that many, or blah blah blah. Just don't forget to like the video, comment the video, and subscribe to Team Samurai X1. As well as subscribe to my channel, which is ScreenCasterz, for more epic and amazing videos similar to this one. Once again, my name is YGOPro from ScreenCasterz. I am signing out. See you guys!